right, hey guys. So we are going to go through one of the problems from your homework from last time, and then I'm going to start you off on one of the ones from your homework this time. So the one that was a little bit tricky, I think it was number 13, was 4 tan x over 1 minus tan squared x. All right, and so we had to use the double angle formula to rewrite. All right, so I'm going to just do a little bit of rewriting of that numerator. So 4 is 2 times 2 of tan x all over 1 minus tan squared x. Okay, so once we do a little bit of rewriting, so that was 2 times 2, then if you look right here, that is actually the double angle formula for tan of 2 times your angle. So that would be tan of 2x in the box. That's what that would equal. But outside, it's being multiplied by 2, so we're just going to multiply that by 2. And that's your final answer for number 13. All right, so now I'm going to do number 11 from your homework for today. So we've got sine of theta equals negative 3/5, where theta is between pi and 3 pi over 2. All right, so that's telling me that's it. It is in the third quadrant. So we're going to go ahead and draw that in the third quadrant, and we're going to label our triangle. This is theta. So katoa, so sine is opposite over hypotenuse. Oh, that's a 5. And it looks a little bit 3-ish. That's a negative 3, and then it's actually a 3, 4, 5 triangle, so this is going to be 4, and because it's going to the left, it's going to be negative 4. All right, so we've got sine of theta equals negative 3/5. Cosine of theta equals negative 4/5. And tangent of theta equals positive 3/4. All right, so once I kind of collected my thoughts on that, this was asking for sine of theta over 2. Okay, so that's my half angle formula because we're doing half of your angle that you started out with. And the first part of this equation says either plus or minus, and it depends on what quadrant theta divided by 2 is. So the way that I kind of determine it is I pick an angle that's somewhere in this third quadrant between, and I like to do it in degrees just so it makes it easier for me to figure out where it is. So between 180 degrees and 270. So I'm going to pick the easiest one. 200 is between 180 and 270. So if I do half of 200, that's going to be 100. So 100 is going to be up here in this quadrant, where my sine, my y value, would be positive. So we're going to use the positive. You didn't really have to do the positive sign, but I just wanted to be really a little bit more dramatic about the fact that it's positive. All right, and so it's 1 minus cosine. So minus a negative 4/5 is plus 4/5 all over 2. So that's 5 over 5 plus 4 over 5. That's going to be 9 over 5 over 2, and that's all inside the square root. All right, so that is 9/5 multiplied by the reciprocal, so that's going to be 9 over 10 inside the square root. So sine of theta over 2 is going to equal square root of 9, which is 3, over square root of 10. So we do a little bit of simplifying, multiply top and bottom by radical 10. So sine of theta over 2 is going to equal 3 radical 10 over 10. Final answer. All All right, guys, so continue working on those today.